Tune man, rocking and rolling you.
Yes, we are loud and clear and live as hell, man.
Live as hell.
We're live as hell.
Yeah.
Random bits of words floating through my brain, and I'm just... fuck.
Shut up, bitch! What's the problem?
What the fuck, Ben?
Tripping over my tongue.
Hey, Faithful!
We're gonna have jerky all over our face, man. Yeah.
Just you wait, there's more to come.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Who are these Zanes?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 39. The live stream has begun for Who Are These Zanes? I'm Eric Zane. That's Ben Glaze. Let's get started. Oh, God. I gave Ben a bunch of old Free Beer and Hot Wings clips. It was May of 2003. Now, Ben's got old Free Beer and Hot Wings stuff with EZ, and I've got more Joe and the Poor Boys stuff, so it's kind of like a mixed bag of material here, but fun all the way around. Hello to everybody who's enjoying the live stream as we get started. You know, hoping for maybe a dozen of you. Kelly, who I just did a cameo for her husband. Kelly,
nice.
Kelly here is in the live chat. And her husband had a vasectomy this weekend. So now he's like, he's a little bit under the weather, probably a bag of ice on his balls.
Yeah.
And they've got a wonderful family. So I said hi to him on Cameo. Kevin Kuipers is here. Patrick is here. Don Orlowski is here. Not the guy who ran out of the end zone for the Lions, but the guy, he's works in the pipe fitter industry. He's awesome. Chris is here. And Patrick as well. Patrick says, I love the reactions. He's talking about my cringing face when we're, hearing the clips. So
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, God, so bad. Okay, well, let's get started on another rip-roaring edition of Who Are These Zanes?
All right.
Let's see. Let's start with you, Ben. What do you got for us today? Let's go to your clips first, if that's okay.
All right. Well, you guys had a different sounding intro. I mean, it's the same intro. It's the same band that does the one we've all known for years and years and years, but it's a different take of it. So it sounds a little bit different. And when you guys start out the show, it sounds like I'm not the only one who likes to talk about the weather.
Oh, no. You're, of course, referring to your moments on X's and Bros. So.
Correct.
All right.
Now they're trying to determine whether the woman was pushed out of the van.
God damn it. All of a sudden I hear Joe's voice. All right, this is what I meant to play.
Free beer. I'm Hot Wings.
Hot Wings, hello.
Hello.
Eric Zane, hello.
Free Beer and Hot Wings, I normally only bitch 10 to 12 hours a day.
Right. Yeah.
We call them the waking hours.
Yeah, I might have to up that to 15.
Why?
Because I am so sick of the GG weather.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes.
For God's sake, some consistency.
It is consistent.
Yeah, it's
A
been
little
consistently crappy.
Cloudy, May rain. Pretty consistent.
The only solace is that we're not.
I blew right by that because I said, all I want is consistency. And they're like, well, no, it is consistent. It's the same thing every goddamn day. And the words just bounce off of me.
in like Tornado Alley. But this sucks. The wind, the cold. Damn it, I want 95 freaking degrees with 100% humidity.
Yeah. Who's going to be the first one to bitch this summer when it's boiling, everything's brown?
Yes. Perhaps I will. Are you ever happy? No.
No.
Terrible. Awful.
Yes. Great way to start the show.
Yes. That I felt a little weird from time to time doing that show because you got Greg and Chris.
Yeah.
Who would never open up a show with, I'm the third wheel. I shouldn't be the one that's pushing the content. I don't even have my name. That's how fucking unorthodox that show was. My name's not even on the sign.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't really know of any other way to do it other than just to
talk.
Do that. And frankly, it's a miracle it worked after all those years. But
right.
All right.
And then now we're getting into Free Beer was talking about like sleepwalking, I guess. He he woke up in the middle of the night and was getting ready to play football with the guys, and his wife was like, what the fuck is going on? And then the convo turns into doing something else while you sleep, and you don't know what it is.
There's those people that suffer from sleep sex.
What's that?
Contextually, I should have been able to figure that out.
Right.
Oh.
So then the next is more on sleep sex. We'll learn about it, and then Seinfeld hot wings.
There's those people that suffer from sleep sex.
What's that?
Where they get all horned up while they're sleeping and they'll have sex with their partner, and
That's not suffering.
but they don't even remember it though.
Oh, well, that is suffering then.
That's
Then you just got a wet spot and don't know why.
That's right. It's horrible. We'll take a break. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show on the Hawk.
And you don't know why.
I don't know why. What's the deal with this wet spot? Jesus.
So I highlighted that in the next clip.
Then you just got a wet spot and don't know why.
That's
Then you just got a wet spot and don't know why.
That's
Joke sniper. Joke
Yes.
sniper. Okay.
All right. In this iteration of the show, Hot Wings does the news. Like, he's the one that reads the news.
Okay.
And you jump in to make the guys laugh.
In baseball, Phillies lose to the Diamondbacks 6-1.
Did you see Mesa? What Jose Mesa did? Sucked.
Hell. Come on.
Laugh hut.
It's a big reaction there.
really.
Oh, no. I mean, poor guy came out and just got shelled in the ninth. Brutal. Blown safe. Nice job.
I think I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about there. I don't know who those people are. I've never heard of Mesa. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think I probably just saw it on the news. Said, oh, yeah, I gotta work this into sports because everybody's going to be pissed off because some guy, he was shitty.
In baseball, Phillies lose to the Diamondbacks 6-1.
Did you see Mesa? What Jose Mesa did? Sucked.
Really.
Oh, no. I mean, poor guy came out and just got shelled in the ninth. Brutal. Blown safe. Nice job.
Hot take. All right.
Yes.
You know, it's that type of sports commentary by EZ that is going to make an appearance.
Oh, God.
It is now official, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
At March 11th, EZ will be filling in for Ben Glaze.
It's official?
Well, that's what Brett thinks.
Oh, really?
Brett's, what did he send me?
All I said to him was I told him that you reached out and said that if I don't find anybody that you would actually do it.
Correct. So
yeah.
I told him that. And this is what he wrote after you told him that.
Okay.
Hey, if you don't find anybody else, Easy's got me covered. You know, whatever. Which I mean, I would hate it if you had to come back from your vacation on Sunday. I mean, Vegas Friday to Sunday. That's kind of that's
We're
tough.
getting there at like 11:30 p.m. on Friday.
You need more. You need more. Give me more. More. Okay. Brett writes, "Hey, can you come in and train? Sounds like you'll be running the board once while you're filling in for me." So he's talking about that date.
Okay.
And I didn't like, I didn't rock the boat. I just said, yeah. Do you think it's going to take a ton of time? He goes, it'll take the full 3 hours for you to learn. And so basically it's like he heard that from you and said, well, fuck it. EZ's doing it.
Wow. Jeez. Well, I still gotta, yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. I'm not really in a position these days to turn people away when they need me. I figure if I keep doing things that are asked of me, one day it will come back to me. And I'm getting $100. Ben told me himself.
That's right. For the day. Yeah.
All right. Where were we?
All right. So number 6, you guys are interviewing a guy that only wears a thong while riding a bike. That's like some big news story. And you guys.
I don't know. And then ha 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 ha.
This guy is. Well, I guess to each their own, I suppose.
No,
he's cuckoo.
no, think about it. If this guy were coming down the street,
You'd go to the other side of the street.
well, I know, but if this guy were coming down the street wearing a thong, riding a bicycle,
This is where I say something like, I'd stick something in the spokes, or
Right.
I'd push him off the bike, or I'd shoot him in the face. I predict it'll be something. That's where I'm going, and I haven't heard this.
and you had like two little girls in front of your house,
You'd be mad.
your kid, you'd want to beat the hell out of them.
If I was in my
Close
car,
enough.
I would try to run him off into a prickly bush.
Oh, okay. Hot Wings goes more violent than I
Yeah.
do.
Here he is. This is what he had to say. Joseph Gottschalk joined us. He was out and about. We asked him if he was out riding.
I wish we would have given more background. Like, why are we talking about this? Where did this
Right.
come from?
Well, it just Free Beer was doing like normal stuff for coming back from break,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the bicycle song starts, and it sounds like he had been setting it like the way you started talking about it, like, oh, this guy. It sounded like Free Beer had been setting it up already, but he wasn't.
Right. So
Yeah.
you get the audience is getting the impression that it's just flying in out of left field.
Yeah.
It's clumsy, is what it is.
It was very very jarring for me when I was
Right.
pulling the clips. Yeah.
His bike with his thong on when we were talking to him.
No, sir. Actually, I'm driving to trying to find a place that I need to apply for a darn job.
Are you searching for a job with only your thong on?
Well, no, I wouldn't be quite that self-destructive.
We're talking to Joseph Gottschalk. Now, you've found yourself in some controversy lately because you apparently ride your bicycle wearing only a what?
A song?
Of course, why are we? What the fuck?
A thong. And that's all you wear.
Joe, you got a nice pooper.
I'm sorry?
You got a nice butt. I can see in this picture here on the seat. And if I were a guy that likes dudes, I'd be all over you.
Kind of queer.
Okay, I suppose I'm flattered.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a way to start the guy.
What a way to start the guy.
What a way to start the interview, I think is what he meant to say.
Yeah, what a way to start the guy. No surprise there that Free Beer would just kind of transplant words. But this isn't a Who Are These Free Beer show.
Right. I liked your input of you got a nice pooper.
Yeah. God damn it. And then we're playing drops of the guy from Sanford and Son, Fred Sanford, going, kind of queer.
Yeah, exactly.
You're kind of queer. All right.
Yes. Up next is the Wheel of Bad Games, and you're playing it for some Steely Dan tickets. This one is interesting. I had never heard this game before. It's where Hot Wings says asks the contestant 5 questions, and they have to get the answer wrong every time. Otherwise, they lose.
How hard
So if they
can
get
that
if they get one of the questions right, then they don't get the tickets.
So it's a miracle to me that anybody would ever lose this game.
Right.
That's probably the joke that we were shooting for. So
Yeah, exactly.
if we said, what's the first letter in the alphabet? They would not say A. They would
Correct.
say Z or any letter but. And people oftentimes fuck that up somehow.
Well, I feel like if you were to say that question, what is the first letter in the alphabet? You're automatically going to think A.
Right.
And then you might just blurt it out.
Right. And that's what we were shooting for in an effort to
Right.
make them look dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong.
Guys, it's time for the Wheel of Bad Games.
Spin that wheel. And on the wheel today, we got a pair of tickets to see Steely Dan. They haven't even gone on sale yet, but you can win them today for the show Saturday, August 23rd at the Tweeter Center.
Hot Wings is interesting because he simultaneously has a low voice and a high-pitched voice at the same
it's very
time.
true.
I don't know how that is, but it's kind of like that. Hey, kind of like that. And it's like he's a low voice, but he's trying to make it sound high somehow.
Okay.
That's the way it should be.
Spinning, and
Look at that.
all right, we'll take
I'm
it.
stupid, but I'm a winner.
Aha.
This is where Hot Wings is going to ask you 5 questions, and you got to answer
The game is called I'm Stupid, but I'm a Winner.
all of them wrong. in 30 seconds or less. Hot Wings, I want you to make them hard.
I'm going to do my best.
It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Playing I'm stupid, but I'm...
So now we've cut to the actual game.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you did a commercial break in between to
Totally
get
cool.
callers.
Yep.
Winner, you got to get 5 questions wrong in 30 seconds or less. Hot Wings in charge of asking those questions and making them as confusing as possible. Bob in Philadelphia has been holding. Bob, you ready to play?
I'm ready.
Hot Wings is going to ask you 5 questions, and you have 30 seconds to get them all wrong, okay?
Okay.
Don't get them right.
Okay.
All right, let's begin. If you're allergic to
The phone quality sounds so bad.
peanuts, should you eat peanut butter?
Yes.
No. What grows in a...
Wait a minute. If you're allergic to peanuts, should you eat peanut butter?
Yeah,
He said yes, so he got credit.
right.
Okay.
You got the answer wrong.
Right. That it is confusing. It's even confusing
is,
listening
very.
to the goddamn game.
Cornfield.
Chicken.
No.
Chicken grown in a cornfield, so he's got 2 points.
Are you meant to stick dirt in your eye?
Yes.
No. What's heavier, a bushel of apples or your mother?
My mother.
That's right.
That would be correct, unless you have a very tiny, tiny mother.
Man, I knew for the first one you were spinning.
Oh, man, those were hard. Those were hard.
So he lost?
He lost. He got one right.
I was confused then, too.
Yeah, you were.
Your mother is, in fact, heavier than a bushel of apples.
Wait, so he lost.
Yes, unless you have a
I don't like this game because I can't even do it.
tiny, tiny, tiny mother. Bob, we're sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, how much does a bushel of apples weigh? Are we 100% certain that it doesn't weigh more? I mean,
I don't know how big a bushel is.
On the bright side, you go on a short list with 2 other names who have ever lost this game.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Bob, don't be too embarrassed that you're a tool.
Well, I mean, all 3 of us sat there after the first question about peanut butter, and Zane and I are looking at each other going, I don't know.
I did.
I need a cheat sheet.
And guys, for once, I didn't confuse myself.
No, when he got it right, you knew it.
I know.
No. Hell.
All right, Tom from Bricktown. We already had one loser on the game called I'm Stupid, But I'm a Winner. You cannot get any of these questions right. You'll have 30 seconds to get them all wrong. You ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, Hot Wings.
All right, here we go. What current U.S. president shares his name with a shrub?
Mr. Masturbation. How's that?
Okay.
Hi-oh.
No, it's Bush. What do you do with a lawnmower?
You trim trees.
No. In what
Okay.
room would you find
Doing
a
good.
kitchen sink?
In the bathroom.
No.
All
What's
right.
closer to New Jersey, Philadelphia or Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
No.
Okay.
And should
One
you
more.
wear car mufflers?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Tom, you're a winner. You're going to see Steely Dan.
He won the big game.
That's right.
Glad it's over.
Okay, how do I get the ticket?
Just first, we have to tell you, you're stupid, but you're a winner.
And you're
And you don't
impatient.
listen.
It's all screaming at him. Shut up. Relax. You're stupid.
We'll tell you in just a second. Hold
Use your
on.
goddamn ears.
You guys need to relax.
What?
Just hammered the guy.
I was screening the call with Tom before we took it off the air. And I said to him, hi, the Hawk, who's this? And now, the fact that I said, who's this, means he should respond with, Tom. But his response was, I want to win the tickets.
Well, you know what? That is annoying. But
Well, it's again.
but
I
a
don't know
lot of
what it
people are
is.
calling. A lot of them call
But I am such a dick. This is remarkable how much of an asshole I am.
the radio station for the first time, and you know what? It makes you a little uptight.
I agree with Free Beer. I am Team Free Beer on this one. Fuck that
Really?
Eric Zane guy.
I think it's
reason to
okay.
panic. I think people need to just, I don't know what it is, but people just don't use the ears, and it bugs the hell out of me.
Well, and we are simply trying to provide a public service in alerting you to that deficiency.
'Cause the-
if you have it.
The 3 of us are always great listeners.
What?
Oh, we are the good listeners. You know who's the worst is you.
I know it. I'm not denying
but
that.
you're still not bad. You're not as
I
bad
am
as
the
some.
worst. Tom, we'll take a break. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings show on the Hog.
I think we should have given up that bit like prior to all of that. It was fine.
Right.
Oh, God. Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Now onto a classic bit, just like the Wheel of Bad Games. Idiot of the Day.
Oh, no. This is just basically anyone who does something stupid and
Right.
play a music bed while we're reading the
Yeah.
story?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep fucking that up.
It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show Idiot of the Day.
All right, today's idiot, there's a mixture of idiots in this. One of them would be a biggest idiot, I suppose. Apparently, there's this idea called underground plastic.
Do you remember when Free Beer and Hot Wings a couple years ago tried Idiot of the Week?
Yeah, they tried to do it again.
Yeah, for
And
like
I think it was when Justin was on.
Yeah, I don't know why it went that way, but
They did it for like a week and then bailed on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know what would motivate them to do that. It's not like they were losing any steam or anything. It's like all of a sudden bring back an old bit like that. Ugh.
Surgery where people are having pumping parties, sort of like Tupperware parties and stuff like that in their house.
A pumping party?
Yes.
I'm intrigued,
Sounds like
but I think
one of the Hot Wings college deals.
This was just a...
Were those beat off sound effects?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Never mind. Hot Wings and 8 boneless hams.
Shut up. It was 7. Move on.
Anyway, these pumping parties, young women, transsexuals, and he-she's and everything else get
Jeez.
together in an apartment, and they do silicone injections. Okay, and Botox and stuff like that. They do it themselves. Mark Hawkins and Donnie Hendricks, who both dress like women and like to be called Viva, apparently we're hosting.
This was back at a time when anybody who did this, you basically just tell them that they're fucking scumbags.
Right.
You know, quote unquote, he-she's.
Yes,
Would definitely
20 years ago.
would not fly today.
No.
A pumping party, and one of those parties got so out of control, a woman died because they jammed too much silicone in her ass.
Yeah, how does that happen?
How about telling that one in the paper?
How much does it take?
12,000 cc's. Apparently, the average breast implant is about 400 cc's.
12,000? How big a booty did she want?
She was going to have some real junk in the trunk.
Oh, my Lord.
She was bootylicious. 12,000 cc's of silicone.
Listen to this conversation. Jesus Christ. What is going on here?
Silicone into the buttocks of 53-year-old Vera Lawrence, last seen on TV show Alice.
Too much junk in the trunk.
Out of left field drop.
Yep. Gotta play that.
Once again, 12,000 cc's.
That was very wiener in the butt type of reference.
Is
or weenie in the butt.
Huge, especially compared to the normal breast implant, which is 400 cc's. Did I say 4,000 earlier? It's 400.
Yeah,
Still. So basically, this is we just tell the story. We go, oh my God, wow, he, she, fucking stupid. I hate gays.
On top of that, Hawkins and Viva were using industrial silicone, the kind that's used to repair furniture and car parts.
Oh my God, they were like using bathroom caulk?
Essentially.
Well, you can't do that.
Too much junk in
They
the
probably
trunk.
actually had a caulk gun, and instead of actually injecting it into the cheek, it was right in the cornhole.
That's unbelievable.
What a dumb conversation.
How dumb do you have to be?
The silicone eventually got in her bloodstream and clogged up her lungs, and she couldn't get blood or air or anything else.
It's better that she's dead. You know?
Well, yeah.
She needed to die. The good news is when they
She needed to die.
bury her, she won't get mildew on her.
I'm surprised I don't say something. Yeah, she needed to die because she wasn't comfortable with her gender. Fuck those people.
I mean, got that going for her.
What kind of an idiot do you have to be to go, you know, I'm going to go to a party with some transsexuals, some she-males, and everything else, and I'm going to let them jam industrial-strength silicone in my
Well,
ass.
cosmetic surgery in general is stupid, okay? Unless you're like a victim of if you have like breast cancer, then okay. But if you get...
Well, that's a rare remark there. I thought for sure I would have said cosmetic surgery is stupid, especially for people who have had breast cancer or something awful like that.
Cosmetic surgery. Why are you doing that other than just to say, hey, everybody, look at me?
I don't know. Maybe people aren't comfortable with their appearance.
Dude, it was
I
going
want
back
you to look at me. Come on, you are who you are. Damn it.
Idiot of the Day.
So jarring. There's that word again.
Some kind of dumbass.
Oh, God. All right, Ben, what is your final clip?
You guys were interviewing. This is a big story and a big interview. And I'm saying that without any like sarcasm.
Okay.
You're interviewing the helicopter pilot for rescuing the guy who cut off his arm when he was stuck between like his rock, like a rock and a boulder. And
I remember they did a movie about it. Yeah, Aaron,
like 27 or 72 hours.
Aaron Ralston was his name. Boulder hiking, cut off his own arm and walked out.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
So you're interviewing that guy. And I pulled the best clip which was towards the end of the interview. But I mean, it was a very interesting, good interview for the whole part. But then it kind of got off the rails at the end. So that's what I pulled.
Well, that's the formula, Ben. You keep the serious questions up first. Helicopter pilot helps rescue this guy. And then at the end, that's when you let it fly, you know?
Exactly.
Was it?
He was in a standing position, and he had rigged a strap up over the chalk rock that was up above, and then tied a rope through that and looped it down around the one that was on his arm and tried to pull it off, and and rigged himself a seat.
Remarkable,
he's coming
story.
back. He's strong and everything. I mean, every time I see him in the newspaper, the guy's smiling. He's walking, talking.
Oh yeah, his attitude is, his attitude and his drive is what carried him through, and his attitude was he wasn't going to be stopped, and he's still not going to be stopped.
Jeez. Now, when you went up there to the scene, for posterity's sake, did you recover the hand?
We did not. We tried. The three of us went back out there. We were going to try and get the hand and fly it over to Grand Junction.
Right.
But
did like the raccoons eat
even
it?
the three of us.
You could hear you laughing before you said that. Like chuckling to yourself.
Oh, no.
We were absolutely, that rock was not going to be moved.
Yeah.
And Park Service took 12 people in there carrying jacks and cables and pulleys, and they got it moved and got the hand out on Sunday.
Oh, so the hand is now in custody. Yeah. Did they just throw it off the cliff because it was useless, or did they... what do they do with it? Like autopsy?
What do they do with it? Autopsy it. Wait, let's find out the cause of death for this hand.
Right.
I think it has something to do with not being attached to arm.
They turned it over to the county mortician, and he embalmed it. Now, who has custody of it? I don't know. I imagine it's going to work its way back to Aaron.
I guess it'll be like a mantle trophy.
Terry, have a great day, okay?
And listen to the song that you play.
Okay, thanks.
Good job.
To you.
Hey, thanks for talking to us.
All right.
Would you want it back? Would you want it?
Oh, is that so I cut off my hand?
Mm-hmm.
He had a song made.
Oh, I would.
I want that thing back.
There's no question. That would be maybe in the middle of the dining room table. I'd dip the thing in gold. It's just... I wouldn't. I'd just leave it in a jar, just swim in there and pickled.
Have it bronzed and put it up next to your baby shoe.
Oh, God, a lot of joke tagging going on there. I mean, we're all saying the same goddamn joke.
It's all smash. Shape it into a middle finger. Sorry. All right, let's put the wraps because I'm done with this guy. I hope this guy goes away and is never on TV. You know he's going to be all over the talk scene.
Heck yeah.
Why am I being mean to the guy who cut off his hand? Yeah, fuck him. This fucking asshole.
Yeah, he
showing
should
his
be.
nub.
He should be. Anyway, thanks to Terry Mercer. That guy, by the way, if you tuned in late, that was the helicopter pilot who rescued Aaron.
Did he just say,
Yeah, I think so.
He works for what, the Utah State Police, I think,
like
right?
State, definitely the state of Utah. We'll take a break. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show on the Hawk.
All right.
Wow. A lot going on there. Fantastic work, Ben Glaze.
Oh, thank you.
We're going back in time to the Joe and the Poor Boy show.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Easy early attempt at a long-standing joke that you've heard before.
Okay.
Not exactly correct in its execution, though, probably because I hadn't perfected it.
All right.
You know the joke about when you hear about somebody is, they found this guy in pieces on the road. Well, obviously that person's dead. You say, is he okay?
Right.
This one, I already knew he was dead, and I still tried it, or some shit like that. Anyway, and then there's an awkward end to this news story. I take it back. This is taken from, there was a robbery, and the bad guys had a woman on their team to rob whatever it was, and She fell out of the fucking van when they were getting away, and she's okay, nice. And I know that. But I still asked the question, even though I knew she was okay. But then this news story just ends awkwardly. Check it out.
Okay.
Now they're trying to determine whether the woman was pushed out of the van or jumped out of the van. She's still alive, so.
Okay, Joe just told me she's still alive, so I'm still going to try the goddamn joke.
Yeah, is she going to be okay?
Come on.
Yeah, I know. Amateur night.
Yes.
Good news there.
Is she all right?
She was treated at a hospital, but
listen to how awkward this gets.
The injuries, for the reports we've got, didn't seem very serious.
Oh, okay.
But we've got that going for us.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's palpable.
We were following up on a story that you were aware of when you reviewed the same show last week. The guy that fell out of the upper deck of the Silverdome during the Rolling Stones concert.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Died. Now, it remained to be seen how it actually happened. Some people said he was standing on the railing and he fell. The attorney for the family of the deceased, who we talked yesterday, lives right around here, or used to. He's dead now. He's not okay. The attorney was trying to say that a different thing happened. It was not that he was dancing on the rail. Now,
right?
Who knows? But Joe and I are like, yeah, fuck that guy. I mean, he's been dead for like a day. And so the attorney says the man wasn't dancing on the rail. And then this is quite a bit. I've got many clips from this. But listen to me as I say the exact same thing that Joe said.
According to the attorney hired by the family for the man who's dead, the man's family, he says he wasn't dancing on the rail at all. Oh. The attorney said he was hopping down the stairs.
Yeah, the attorney said that he was hopping down the steps. Get this. I mean.
He literally just said that.
What a follow-up. They were hopping down the stairs. Yeah, they were hopping down the stairs. I mean, get this. Oh, my God.
Get this. I mean.
That's my follow-up. Get this, I mean.
Get this.
It's very neat.
I mean.
Clip 4. Same story. EZ tries punching some holes into the story of how the Rolling Stones fan died with this insightful commentary.
Hit the rail at waist level, and his momentum carried him over.
How many events do they have at the Silverdome?
Yeah, and how often does this happen to kids? It doesn't, because it didn't happen that way.
Wait a minute. I don't get how often does this happen to kids? I don't understand what I was getting at.
Well, maybe because kids play all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kids play, but they're also 2.5, 3 feet tall.
That's true.
What the fuck is that? What
Their
I'm saying?
head comes up to the rail.
I mean, this has never happened at the Silverdome to a child. I mean, they go hopping down the stairs every day at the Silverdome, and you don't hear about kids falling from the Silverdome upper deck to the lower deck. Thus, this did not happen.
Right.
What kind of reasoning is that? Jesus.
How often does this happen to kids? It doesn't, because.
What an idiot. EZ takes a long way for an illustration of the above scenario, but doesn't really say anything.
You might see that on like Abbott and Costello, running down the steps, or some slapstick comedy routine, and that to say that. Oh yeah, right.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
I think the formula is realize you're not making any sense and no one knows your reference. So go, yeah. I mean, Abbott and Costello, slapstick. Yeah. No way.
You might see that on like Abbott and Costello, running down the steps, or, some slapstick comedy routine, and that To say that. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, you were in the middle of that and realized Joe had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah. And so, he's not going to bust me. And he knows all I have to do is laugh and it'll be okay. So bad. Clip a drop that I have. Basically, all that I said during that discussion. These are all the things. It's a supercut of all the things I said that you hear my voice, but I'm not saying one goddamn thing during that discussion.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. And, to say that. Oh, yeah, right.
That's great.
Clip 9. Great. Easy breaks down what the family should do.
Okay.
Instead of trying to find out how their loved one died. Okay. This one is going to be hard to process or digest. But again, this guy's been dead for a day and a half. And this is what I'm instructing the family to do.
Okay.
If anything, the family should try to save some face and glorify the guy's death by saying he kicked it falling off a third deck of the Silverdome during a Stones concert, rocking out to Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Oh, wow.
The family should save face. Okay, so I'm suggesting the family should say, yeah, we know he's dead, but fuck yeah, he died rocking out at a Rolling Stones concert. So suck our dicks.
Yeah.
He's a badass. He died doing what he loves. So suck his dead dick. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
This clip isn't over yet.
Okay.
Joe is going to take, also in this clip, the title of a Rolling Stones song called Street Fighting Man, very famous song, and adjust the title of that song to become a hilarious joke about how this man died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead, they're making a mockery of this. Just take it and shut up and go to the funeral, you dumbasses.
Somebody play Concrete Biting Man.
Oh, wow. Wow. Can you imagine if you were a part of that family and you heard this?
Yeah. I just said to this family who 36 hours ago, the guy died at the Rolling Stones concert. Shut up and go to the funeral, you idiots.
And he's talking about him biting concrete.
What the fuck, man? Finally, Ben.
All right.
Joe's wrapping up the news after those two stories, and he's got a kicker story about a guy who set a record for eating 17 bananas.
Oh, nice.
In 5 minutes. With that information,
doesn't seem like a lot.
Well, yeah, they said it was some kind of record, I guess. And can you kind of guess, based on what you know about the Joe and the Poor Boy show, what type of inflammatory things will be said about a certain group of people based on?
Oh, yeah. Very gay.
There you go.
Oh, and finally this morning, 24 years ago this Sunday, is the anniversary of the banana eating record. And no, Carol the hot babe in the office doesn't have it because you actually have to swallow these.
Okay.
Wow.
Now,
wow.
for context, before we get to the rest of that clip, I'm not going to let that slide. Carol was a lady who worked in the office.
Okay.
She's not hot. And she was constantly hearing those jokes from Joe. Like either on the air or in the office. I witnessed them.
Okay.
Every day he's talking about her sucking dick. Okay.
Wow. All right.
It should be noted that this is 1990 whatever.
Yeah.
Joe eventually did lose his job because of sexual harassment.
Oh, no.
What you just heard was Joe's thing for his entire career. The world changed. Joe did not, and he ended up getting shit canned because of it.
Oh, wow.
All right.
The record was 17 bananas. How fast do you think you could eat 17 bananas?
About 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, shut up.
2 minutes.
Oh, my.
I said 5 minutes. I messed that up. 2 minutes.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
But,
Okay, now here it comes. Joe is about to deliver a joke, but I'm not gonna let him do that because I need to say this.
Now, in your gay days, how many bananas did you suck down?
That's a great comment or question. In your gay days.
So, had we worked this out ahead of time, I wouldn't have said anything and just let him say his joke. Now his joke's ruined because I'm asking him how many cocks he sucked. And
which basically you have to do 17 bananas in 2 minutes here to get a raise. But that's, I think, at a board meeting or something. That's the news this morning.
So there was no point to me saying how many bananas did you suck down in your gay days.
You could have said it after his. It would have made more sense.
Or just not said it. Or just
yeah.
Not said it,
I don't know. I liked it.
So weird. And that concludes all of our clips for this edition of Who Are These Zanes?
All right.
Episode number 39. Patrick says, I love these odd laughs. He also adds, Joe is out of control.
Yes.
Chris adds, boy, how Zane has grown. All right. Ben, I'm going to let you wrap this show up. See if we can somehow end it in a non-awkward way. So go ahead, put a nice bow on this show. If you're wrapping up another edition of Who Are These Zanes, how should it go, Ben? I'll follow your lead.
Yeah.
You're off to a bad start with
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
Yes, you do.
This is
yes,
your
you
thing.
Do. Yes, you do.
Am I just ending or
I don't know. I'm the sidekick. How the fuck am I gonna know?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
well, thanks.
Okay, go
thanks
ahead.
for everybody. Thanks for everybody.
Wait till I get done talking. God damn it. Okay.
All right. Ready? Snap my fingers, and here we go. Thank you to everybody that's following along on the live stream and everybody that's listening to the audio. This has been another edition of Who Are These Zanes?
Woo, yeah. Way to go, Ben. Way to go.
Tune man, rocking and rolling you.
Yes, we are loud and clear and live as hell, man.
Live as hell.
We're live as hell.
Yeah.
Random bits of words floating through my brain, and I'm just fuck.
Shut up, bitch! What's the problem?
What the fuck, Ben?
Tripping over my tongue.
Hey, Faithful!
We're gonna have jerky all over our face, man. Yeah.
Just you wait. There's more to come.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Who are these Zanes?
Now you should see the cringing has already started for your old pal EZ as another edition of Who Are These Zanes is underway. Welcome in. I'm Eric Zane. Ben Glaze is here. We got Ben.
That's right.
First, we're doing the show, recording it, live streaming it on a Sunday because the two of us are just so goddamn busy. I mean, seriously. We've got appearances all over the state, the area, people demanding a piece of our time.
Yeah.
And, we're just, sometimes you get a little spread thin. So here we are. All right. Now, for the audience at home and around the world, it's a very different show in terms of what Ben is reviewing. I sent Ben some production. So what that means, Ben, of course, knows what that means. But the production is like, hey, EZ, when you get off the air from your hot rockin' shift with you and your partner, Cecil with a Y, we want you to do some commercials for various businesses. And these companies would pay a very small amount of money to get there. Every time the thing would play, they'd pay like $3. It was, I don't know.
Oh, geez.
Just ridiculous. But so I sent you off some old production that I lifted off of a reel-to-reel tape the other day, Ben. Without playing any audio, what are your impressions of what you heard? And considering this is something that's more your wheelhouse, the audio, video, or I should say audio production that a person can make.
Well, it's unbelievable how you were able to do it, because didn't you have to splice everything together?
No, at this point in time,
okay,
we were doing a, you know how like on, this is all inside nuts and bolts baseball, but on the editing software that you and I use, you can do multi-channels.
Okay.
To blend it all in. You know how you do
multi-track.
that? Multi-track.
Yeah.
It was that exact thing, but on actual tape.
Okay.
So we had an 8-track tape machine.
So nice.
You could do all the shit. And so Adobe Audition was made, the concept was made off of the goddamn tape machine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So so that's how I made it sound reasonably good in that regard, but the rest of it is a complete pile of shit. I know that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I mean, it is produced as well as you could produce what you were working with. So,
well, the edits are fine. It's just the voiceover and the writing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're dealing with no real ability to produce appropriate voice sounds, I think. Is what and so there you go, Ben. Start us off. What do we have to offer this fine group of people today?
The first one is, I split it up into 3 parts because it kind of felt like 3 different commercials put together.
Okay.
The first one is for Raggedy Ann making an appearance.
Yeah, local band, and they'll be appearing at the nightclub.
Now, I tried to research Raggedy Ann. Did their first album come out in 1999? Like studio album?
No, and I saw what you saw too. Oh, maybe it did. Because they did a lot of local stuff in the early 90s, and then maybe they didn't. So yeah, it's possible. I know that I saw on Facebook they're trying to like get a reunion or something like that going together.
Ah, fuck that.
Of this fucking band. They're all in like their 60s, divorced, broke, homeless, fucked up, dead.
Were they like a hair band or just a rock band?
They're hair. This is 91, 92, 93. So
okay.
This is all shithead butt rock is what this is.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a commercial for them making an appearance.
It's been far too long, but it's finally going to happen, and only at the Playpen in downtown Bay City. Get ready, Tri-City! Mid-Michigan's largest rock venue, the Playpen, announces the return of Raggedy Ann this Friday and Saturday night.
Sounds like I have a stick up my ass.
Yeah, it sounds like see, when I listened to it the first time, it sounded like there was a lisp when you were saying this Thursday and Saturday night. Sounds like this Thursday and Saturday night. But the more I tried to isolate it, I think it's just the recording. It doesn't when I isolate it, it didn't sound like a lisp there.
Okay,
at all.
well maybe there might have been some lispiness in
so
there.
So listen for when you say this Thursday and Saturday night.
Okay, I'm gonna start it over.
All right.
It's been far too long, but it's finally going to happen, and only at the...
As if someone's going, God damn it, I've been waiting way too long for this to happen.
Right.
Like anybody cares. I mean, this is the type of show that the only people that would go to it is like family members of the band and and hobos just looking to get to warm up inside.
Yeah.
Playpen in downtown Bay City. Get ready, Tri-City! Mid-Michigan's largest rock venue, the Playpen, announces the return of Raggedy Ann this Friday and Saturday night.
It sounded lispy to me too.
Yeah.
this Thursday and Friday, Saturday night.
Yes.
Here they come.
Like they're walking in. Here they come.
Exactly.
And then
you could have if this was video, you'd have them like slow motion walking up to the club.
Walk, yes. And listen to this rock.
Oh God.
And then you hear den. You hear like this effect, and then
Return of Raggedy Ann this Friday and Saturday nights to the Playpen in downtown Bay City.
So much attitude.
Yes.
Oh no.
And now this is where the first commercial ends and the second one picks up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the audience, what they do is, like, the nightclub pays for 60 seconds for an idiot like me to do this idiot spot.
Yeah.
First 20 minutes or first 20 seconds talk about the first shitty band. The next 20 seconds talk about the next shitty band or the next limbo contest or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, it's the next band that's
All
coming.
So this Thursday night, the Playpen presents Doug Door's Rock and Roll Karaoke.
Rock and roll karaoke.
Why did I say karaoke?
Is that supposed to be karaoke?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I think
I didn't even realize that.
I think when I actually did that commercial, I remember not knowing that word. I didn't know what it was. I think it was new karaoke.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it hadn't really gone from.
Can you imagine being the person who paid for this commercial and then driving down? Oh, this sounds amazing. This is real rocking. And all of a sudden it gets to karaoke and they're just like, oh fuck.
The word saying karaoke as karaoke sounds like some type of fucking disease or some
Right?
shit. God damn it.
Doors open at 8 p.m. Plus, drink specials all weekend long. The Playpen. Don't miss Doug Door's Rock and Roll Karaoke.
Oh. No.
I didn't even if I had realized that earlier when I was listening to these before. God.
So you heard
that's hilarious.
You heard
I thought it was
karaoke and you thought it was whatever.
the name of the band.
The name of the band.
I thought it was a band.
Hey man, what are you doing? I mean, we're going out to the Playpen. Doug Door's karaoke's. They rock.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was.
They're so kick-ass. Doug Door's karaoke is intense, man.
Thursday night, and the return of Raggedy Ann this Friday and Saturday night.
Where else but the Playpen?
Okay.
Ladies, coming November 14th, it's America's Ultimate Vibe. Tickets on sale at the Playpen, where rock comes to life and Mid-Michigan comes to play. The Playpen.
Okay, I think I said, and ladies.
Yes.
The ultimate vibe. I think that's like beefcake show. Like where the guys come up and strip and,
they take their shirts off. Oh, wow.
Wagging their dicks and chicks go, oh, yeah, I love it. Oh, my God. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was. Oh, my
okay.
God.
All right.
Ashley says, I was born in Bay City. Oh, my God. Suddenly everything makes sense.
She was the one that was wanting the dicks in her face. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I fucking love growing up here. Oh my God, I love these dicks. I hate them. Fuck you, dick. Arr, 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 arr. Oh, I love them.
Oh, yes.
All right.
So that was clips 1 through 3.
That was just one.
What?
I just paused it. I think.
No, that had to be clips because I split them up.
No. I just paused the goddamn thing.
Oh, are you playing the ones like just what you sent me as full on your end?
No.
Oh,
it's been far too long, but it's finally.
This one is 61 seconds.
Oh,
Like your first
Whoops.
clip was 61 seconds.
Oh, well then ignore clips 2 and 3.
No problem.
All right, because I thought that I split them up.
Hold on.
Also, this Thursday night.
It just kind of worked out where I paused it right at the same spot you would have paused it.
And ladies, coming November 14th, it's America's Ultimate Vibe. Tickets on sale.
I got to look that up. America's Ultimate Vibe Show, 1990s.
Okay. Wow.
Ultimate
Bay City
Vibe Show.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a flyer for it or something like that you could find. Sewing some beefcake, man.
I know. I want to see some dick. All I see is kids. Even better.
What?
Even better. I don't know. All right. Fuck that shit. All right. Moving on.
Yes. This one. Wow. This next one is for a strip club with an adult film star coming to town. And boy, oh boy, the sexiness of this ad.
Yeah, when it makes much more sense if you're going to do an ad, in my opinion, for a strip club, a fully nude strip club with a porn star coming, you should have a chick voice this, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Because you don't want to be. It just sounds so goddamn fucked up to hear me saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna." That's right. She's gonna spread for you. Oh yeah.
Right. Sounds very sleazy.
Very bad. Very, very bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So there I am.
Very true.
22 years old, wearing my cowboy boots, acid wash jeans, and sleeveless T-shirt, recording the voiceover for Deja Vu nightclub.
Yes. And
sorry.
There's something that in the middle of this clip that stuck out to me and my fiance. Like, she was saying it this morning as as we were just hanging out.
Oh no.
She repeated it. So yeah, I have it isolated, but yeah, just see if you can maybe figure out what I'm talking about.
Hang on a second. This is Jackie. She's gonna.
It's an. Okay.
Sorry, honey. I'm podcasting. I can't do it. I'm telling you right now. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Yeah, she would have called like 50 times.
Oh wow.
No one in my family has the ability to understand that the receiver of the call is not obligated to pick it up if they're busy.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Typically, most people in society realize that, he's probably busy. That's not your cue to call 8,000 times.
Right.
Anyway, okay.
The clip that I'm referring to, or the point of the commercial I'm referring to, it reminded me of tripping over my tongue.
Oh no.
So just be on the lookout for that.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Deja Vu of Saginaw knows we've gotten a lot of rain this past summer. Sometimes rain is bad.
But this Monday through Wednesday,
Deja Vu
I'm bringing you good rain. Rain that is good.
rain. Deja Vu presents Rain, world famous adult film.
I like that beginning, that breakdown. Hey, sometimes rain is bad, but this is good rain. As that all that, it just sounds so in the.
Deja Vu of Saginaw knows we've gotten a lot of rain this past summer. Sometimes rain is bad.
but this Monday
Way to break it down. And then this voice. What's this voice?
through Wednesday,
Deja Vu is bringing you some good
There's a lot of different
Deja Vu
voices.
presents Rain, world famous adult film star. This Monday through Wednesday.
it's going to be a cloudburst of rain.
New Cedar Magazine, Cedar Films, now for your live. You'll want to get drenched by this storm. Rain, this Monday through Wednesday at Deja Vu of Saginaw.
And Deja Vu of Saginaw has expanded its hours. Now there's more time to see more beautiful showgirls. Monday through Thursday, Deja Vu will be open from 11 a.m. till 3 a.m. Friday, the party starts at 11 a.m. and runs all day and night until 4 in the morning. Saturday, Deja Vu is open.
Imagine being there at 4 in the morning. What type of fucking grease balls are there?
No, the worst. Okay, to me, that's the normal time.
Okay.
The fact that it's open at 11 a.m. like you and me could be there right now watching strippers when it's daylight.
You're right.
Yeah.
Open from 4 p.m. till 4 a.m. and Sunday from 4 in the afternoon till 2.
Oh, all right. So that it ended there.
Yeah, it did. But wait, okay. You probably didn't pick out the clip or the part of the commercial that I was talking about.
It was all bad. To me, any bit of that
Yeah.
could be quoted around your house from your sweetness, your significant other.
Okay. The next clip is that isolated.
You'll want to get drenched by this storm.
Oh,
You want to get drenched by this storm.
it's a lot of. At that time, I didn't even know that squirting existed. But I think that the guy who wrote this, Joe Volk, did.
Yeah.
He was
Okay.
aware that this existed. He's like, oh yeah, she squirts. You can sit right in front of her cooch and she's gonna squirt your face.
Did she really? Was she a squirter?
I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I didn't
or
even
she
know.
Just went by the name Rain.
I never even knew that was possible.
Okay.
Until like I don't know, maybe 9-10 years ago. I remember where I was when my mind was blown when I first saw that. I went. I mean, it stands out more than like 9/11 to me.
Was it at work? Was it with the show?
It was. I was like, look at that. What is going on? It's got to be fake. And then they're like, oh no, it's real. Chicks can do that. I'm like, they cannot. Come on. Life has changed.
I'm one of the people that thinks that it's different than pee, but it's probably just 99% pee.
Yeah, I know someone, a physician named Dr. Steve.
Yes.
You know who Dr. Steve is?
I do. From I've heard him on like Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show.
Okay. It was either Opie and Anthony or Jim and Sam actually got a sample.
Oh, okay.
And Steve tested it, and it was found to be mostly pee.
What did he do? Just drink it? Is that the test?
I'm not sure.
I think he take the cup and just splash it on his face and then lick his lips.
I think he put it on a slide and like looked at it and tested it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but Dr. Steve said it is mostly it's a parlor trick, I guess.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I think if you touch a certain part of a woman, it's like a I don't know, like a relief valve or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to empty the tank quick, you just do one of those deals. So
yeah, do the come hither motion.
It's really not sexual, I don't think. I think it's still a gift in my opinion, but I don't,
for sure.
It's remarkable to watch. I mean, I watch that, I'm like, God damn it, eighth wonder of the world, holy shit. Well, anyway, I think that's what I was discussing on that strip club commercial, but I didn't know what that meant. I was very naive.
You want to get drenched by this storm?
Oh my God!
You want to get drenched by this storm?
And I couldn't sound more like I was doing Hot Wings voice there. You want to get drenched by the storm?
You want to get drenched by this storm? You want to get drenched by this storm?
Ugh.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna.
Very good.
Before we move on, I want to see who's with us.
Okay.
Dono is here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Maureen. Chris. Chris says brunch buffet at the strip club.
Yeah. I actually had food at the strip club one time when we were downtown. When they had Lady Godiva's downtown Grand Rapids.
Okay. Yeah.
And they brought in I think it was brains or something like that. And I had waffles and it was delicious. Watching chicks strip and eating food.
Ben, this is unavoidable.
What's that?
This comment by Hurricane Ashley.
Okay.
She writes, Tim's always saying, quote, gotta get fresh sheets because you pissed on me again.
Oh, wow. So Ashley's one of the eighth wonders of the world, huh?
Oh, my
wow.
God.
That's a big revelation right there.
She is notorious for big reveals on this show. Some I ignore. Some I actually, I go out of my way to ignore.
Okay.
This is not one of those moments that I can't in clear conscience keep that from audience members.
Right. That aren't in the chat.
No, that is, that's remarkable.
That's wonderful.
Ben says that's wonderful. Congratulations to you. Hey, Ashley.
You want to get drenched by this storm?
Yes.
It's like talking about your sister. Jesus Christ. All right. What's next?
Next is the amazing smoker, top smoker bit.
Okay. Yes, I do. I do remember this. Joe said, I have a great concept for comedy. I said, oh, yeah, what is it, Joe? Well, it's a short commercial, not a commercial, but a bit
Yeah.
where two cops they fight crime by hocking up a loogie and spit at the bad guys because they smoke so much. They've got a lot of phlegm. Oh,
Right.
okay. And then that's it. There's nothing more to it.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's all it is.
I do all the voices. I do.
Which is, well, there's one more voice.
There's one more voice. It's a guy named Craig who he just reads. It sounds ridiculous because he's not like doing anything animated. So he's just reading it like a straight guy. And I'm the narrator. I'm the bad guy, and I'm the smoker cop.
That's right. Which, how come Joe wasn't a part of this if it was his idea?
I don't know. I wish he would.
That's so weird. Yeah.
This was like, because I wasn't on the morning show at the time. There's two other guys were.
Oh, okay.
I was just like a voice at that, at that
interesting.
point. And Joe would say, all right, coming up at 7:30, prime listening time on the show today, on our morning show, we've got our A bit. It's and then this was like the A bit of the whole goddamn show.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Some cops fight crime with guns. These cops fight crime with nicotine. They're the smokers. Chain-smoking cops keeping the city free from crime. This is their story.
All right, quick. Grab the jewels. Let's go. All right, you guys.
I think that's a little Cecil with a Y voice.
It is. Yeah, very much so.
Freeze, police.
You can hardly breathe, copper. You'll never catch us.
Yeah, don't make me play rough, punk. I'm a smoker cop.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I've ever come across a smoker that's been that hacky, like hacking up that much phlegm.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's
Have a
very
good day, copper.
Save your
fucking gross.
It is.
Now here's the other guy. Listen to the acting on this dude.
Breath, Malloy. You'll never catch him.
Oh, yeah.
So wait a minute. He sounds fine. I thought he was a smoker too.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he sounds completely like he's never smoked a cigarette in his life.
Yeah, he's not doing a good job. He's not inhaling or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Watch this.
Wow, you dropped him with a phlegm ball.
Oh, what acting? What acting?
Yeah, just goes to show you. Don't mess with a cop, especially if he's a smoker.
This was another episode of The Smokers. Cops who use their butts.
Oh, no.
Cops who use their butts. It didn't even make sense to me.
None of that. It's just
like because you use your spit.
Yes. And there's just a lot of problems with the writing.
I isolated something where it sounds like you're doing Amanda voice, which is pretty
don't
rough.
make me play rough, punk. I'm a smoker cop.
Oh no. Hey, hey guys, I'm a smoker and I suck dick.
Yeah, don't make me play rough, punk. I'm a smoker cop.
Hey guys. Holy shit.
Exactly. Yes, that's some great production right there.
Let's see. Chris says pure comedic genius. Amanda says I'm definitely not a smoker. It's a joke.
Yes.
Patrick says this segment is amazing. All right.
I wish we could go back to those Cecil days because that might be my favorite time of radio for you.
I hope to stumble upon some more of that very soon. That would be terrific. Well, Ben, great job. Fantastic work.
That was a lot of fun listening to those. You want to get drenched by this storm.
You good? All right. Now, I pulled material from just a little bit later in the calendar. That is, was myself and Joe Volk doing the Joe and the Poor Boy show.
Okay.
And we would periodically, we wanted to kind of like covered the Detroit Pistons, they were still a commodity, and a lot of people liked following the Detroit Pistons back then.
Right.
So we actually had a guy on regularly who was from local. Look, so I was from this is Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, and one particular guy who went to the local high school.
Okay.
Had a good college career, and then he got drafted, and now he's on the Pistons, and his name was Mark Macon. Nice guy. And so we actually got Mark fucking Macon on. But the problem is, it was all weird because we're talking to him, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Joe is kind of being a little silly with him, and in my first clip, Joe has a kind of like a funny moment with the guy, but I will not let the joke breathe, and instead of having a laugh, I instead sputter out some question.
Okay.
Damn. First question, Mark. Well, I was watching a game the other night, and a lot of trash talking going on. What exactly do guys say to each other?
Okay, that's not a terrible question. You know?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know. I don't talk a lot.
No.
There are plenty of things going on. I guess the thing with you can't hold me and all those types of things.
Of course.
With myself, I couldn't say. I might say hello and how your family doing.
I'm sure a lot of trash talking revolves around the family.
Mark, it was.
I'm sure trash talk revolves around the family. We could have just let that breathe, which wasn't a bad joke.
Right.
This is how I jumped on that. Listen, I couldn't even speak.
Mark, it was an
fucking
sound like me.
Porky Pig.
Mark, it was.
I get the impression when listening back to this that I'm nervous, and I don't actually have any questions. I'm not listening. The honestly, God, the only way to do this, if you're ever talking to someone, is pay attention to them and have a normal conversation, and then your questions will come out of the conversation. I didn't do any of that. Here you go. 13 seconds of me rambling.
Oh, wow.
Zero questions asked. And I started this with the thought in mind that I'm going to actually ask a question. Unbelievable.
Mark, it was an impressive win Tuesday night. You guys looked pretty good, especially Joe's 3-pointer at the end. That was a foul. I don't know, man. It didn't look like he got hit to me, but we'll take it. I don't know if you saw the film yet on it.
That was so fast. It's like you're hopped up on like 4 cups of coffee.
Yeah, and I it's really disgusting to me. And then I wrote for my fourth clip, but wait, there's more.
Oh, nice.
More rambling with essentially zero questions asked.
Mark, it was an impressive win Tuesday night. You guys looked pretty good, especially Joe's 3-pointer at the end.
By the way, back then I would say especially.
Right.
Was a foul. I don't know, man. It didn't look like he got hit to me, but we'll take it. I don't know if you saw the film yet on it.
Most definitely will take it.
Yes, it was pretty good. But listen, man. Now the question I had for you is.
Listen, man. Now the question I have for you.
Against the Knicks, I mean, you guys completely made that team look like a bunch of like.
That's not a question.
No.
The question I have for you is against the Knicks. You made them look great or bad.
Amateurs. And my question for you is.
Oh, no, you're laughing at your question.
When listening back to this, there's a real nervous tick there.
Okay.
I can't even get the goddamn question out because I got to go.
Right.
When you guys come up flat, like the following 2 or 3 games, I mean, how does that play out? Is that just basically being tired and stuff like that? Or, how is that?
So I'm not only asking a horrible question, it's not really a question. I'm giving him options to answer.
Right.
I'm actually doing it all for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it was pretty good. But listen, man, now.
Listen, man.
And my question for you is.
My question for you is
And my question for you is,
all right. Moving on. Joe is, he has another joke. There's a player that one of Mark's teammates and close friends is a guy by the name of Oliver Miller, who was, he was really chunky. He was a fat big man.
Okay.
So Joe is a fat joke, which leads to some easy fake laugh.
The true or false, Oliver Miller is bigger than the average small American car.
That was you?
That was me.
The true or false, Oliver Miller is bigger than the average small American car.
The fact that he's asking a guy, his best friend on the goddamn team, how fat his friend is awesome. That's fucking great.
That is.
I do this stupid Fire Marshal Bill laugh. God damn. Very creepy. All right.
That was a good question right
It was a
there.
great question.
Yeah. Very funny.
Clip 10. Joe keeps asking rude questions, and I get uncomfortable, I guess.
Uh-oh.
The true or false, Oliver Miller is bigger than the average small American car.
Mark, don't touch that one because doggone it.
I'm not going there.
No, you stay away from that.
He might pick you.
I like how I laugh at the first joke, and then I get hey, knock it off.
Get practice, and you might get lost.
Hey, Mark, I don't know if you noticed yet, but Joe,
my closest friend.
Yeah, well, don't touch it. You're right. Hey, man,
how close can you get to him?
Stop it. Would you stop it? Mark, as you can tell, Joe's the one who asks you the questions that you laugh at and stuff like that.
Oh, way to break it down. What an asshole.
The poor boy is the one that's not asking those questions.
Right, yeah, hey, man, I'm the voice of reason. I'm just the one laughing in your fat friend's face. Remember when I did this? I wasn't really laughing there. I'm actually, that's not nice to say that about your fat fuck friend.
Yeah, I was just very uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do.
All right. Let's see. Clip 11. Easy breaks down Joe's involvement in the segment, complete with murdering the word asks.
Uh-oh.
It's we already heard it, but
Mark, as you can tell, Joe's the one who asks you the questions that you
Joe ashes the
laugh
questions
at and stuff like that. Mark, as you can tell, Joe's the one who asks you the questions that you laugh at and stuff like that.
Fucking terrible.
Very nice.
Another great easy question. Clip 12.
The next thing I want to ask you, of course, being coached under John.
Every time I have a question, I always have to set it up with another thing I want to ask you, or a question I have for you is, instead of just asking it.
Yeah.
It's way annoying.
The next thing I want to ask you, of course, being coached under
Mark Macon's like, yeah, and ask me nothing, motherfucker.
John Chaney.
Okay, this is based on the question here.
Yeah.
His previous coach in college is a guy named John Chaney. His new coach is in Detroit named Don Chaney.
Okay.
For some reason, I want to know the differences in coaching under a guy with the same last name.
Okay. Wow. That's hard hitting.
Oh, shit. All right.
The next thing I want to ask you, of course, being coached under John Chaney at Temple, and now, of course, Don Chaney. What are some of the comparisons between John and Don? And I mean, I know how John is on TV and seen him stuff like that, but you had it firsthand.
Well, let me tell you, Easy. One is John Chaney, and the other is Don Chaney. They're two entirely different people.
My next coach will be Ron Chaney.
And then Lon Chaney.
I like how every time you go, I want to ask a question, you start asking the question, but then you start filling in more, you start adding stuff that isn't a part of the question. And it's like he's about to answer and you just keep talking.
It's fantastic. I'm so glad you picked up on that. Let me do that.
The next thing I want to ask you, of course, being coached under John Chaney at Temple, and now, of course, Don Chaney. What are some of the comparisons between John and Don? And
I could have stopped right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I know how John is on TV and seen him stuff like that, but you were had it firsthand.
Yeah. Shut up!
He's kind of like, when do I talk?
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
This is a setup for every one of my questions.
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
How big is your dick?
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
How long have you been black?
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
Do you like white women?
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
What's the difference between John and Don?
The next thing I want to ask you, of course.
How long have you been black?
Clip 14. Also a problem is how I interject stupid shit while dude is giving an answer.
Okay.
The comparisons that I would go with the cliches. They're almost opposites in terms of the intensity that they show on the floor. They're both great coaches. They're both player coaches.
Yes, they are.
Like I know. Like I have any idea. Yeah, I know.
I've been coached by them.
I played
yeah.
for both too. They were great. They were great. I love playing with those guys. Okay, this clip 15. This follow-up interjection includes another easy, nervous crutch. It's another...
Okay.
While really saying nothing about Mark's current coach on the Pistons.
And try to go from there.
Uh-huh.
And that's what...
And then John, of course, or I'm sorry, Don, Coach Cheney Don, is a lot more mellow and stuff like that.
It's like I'm giving him... I don't know that. How the fuck do I know?
Right.
And try to
that wasn't really a question.
Uh-huh.
No, it isn't. You're right. It was just like an interjection, I guess. I was furthering his point, but who gives a shit? I don't play for the Pistons. Why am I trying to act like I'm on the goddamn team?
Yeah, exactly.
And try to go from there.
Uh-huh.
And that's what...
And then John, of course, or I'm sorry, Don, Coach...
I can't even get it right. John, Don, Ron, Lon, whoever.
Is that where the comes from? Is the fact that you screwed it up?
Probably.
Cheney Don is a lot more mellow and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's mellow. he's mellow. That's a good way to describe him. You must have played for him, Eric Zane. Yeah. All right. This one was kind of weird because out of nowhere, I drop a reference to Wayne Fonts.
Okay.
The former Detroit Lions coach, who at the time was coaching the Lions.
All right.
So I guess people would know what I'm saying. It's just such a weird thing to throw out there. And then I know it's a shitty reference, so I say to Joe, "Isn't that right, Joe?" And listen to his, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Coach Cheney Don is a lot more mellow and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's
I've talked with him before.
By the way,
you just interrupted him.
He starts giving me a goddamn answer. Yeah, shut up, Mark. They don't want to hear how you feel about Coach Ron, Don, Lon, or whoever the fuck.
Yeah, they just want to listen to me talk.
Coach Cheney Don is a lot more mellow and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's
I've talked with him before. He seems like the kind of guy you gather around him while he's telling you a story and stuff.
He's not the high intensity guy in terms of yelling and things.
Kind of like Wayne Fonts, Mark.
I did it again.
Yes.
When it comes to that, because Wayne's a player's coach too, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This poor
Now
man.
you're just talking to Joe.
Yes, it's so goddamn rude. Everything about this most unprofessional thing I've ever heard in my life.
I feel bad for the guy that you're interviewing.
I do too. Shit.
Oh, wow.
I have actually, that's all. Now that's all of my clips for this week, but I have a bunch more.
Oh, wow.
From the Mark Macon, Easy, Joe Volk, Mark Macon, Detroit Pistons updates for future episodes. I mean,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I saved a lot of them. So that we can go to the well for that. I keep discovering new shit in the archives.
Well, that's good. I like that.
Let's see. Chris says a little laugh talking from the Toon Man. Patrick adds, "Stop it. Will you stop it? Eric Zaitunian here." Stop it. Will you stop it? Eric Zaituning in here. I guess that's referring to like when Joe was actually being funny and I was like, hey, straighten up.
Yeah, exactly.
Straighten up and fly right. God damn it.
That wasn't me asking the questions. That was Joe.
So bad. All right. Well, that is going to put the wraps on this edition of Who Are These Zanes? And that is 40 episodes now of Who Are These Zanes?
Holy shit.
Yeah, we've been
I'm glad you have so much audio.
Yeah, there's no end in sight. I mean,
Well,
I'm
that's
just
good.
scratching the surface. It's to a point
Okay.
now where I just grab a tape and go, all right, this
Yeah.
looks good. I
Okay.
think there's enough to get us to well beyond our death.
All right, nice.
Okay? It is
That's good.
inexhaustible.
And then we could always go back because we'll forget what we have covered.
Yeah, that's true. And by the way, I might as well say this because I've already revealed it once, but this is for the Patreon crowd. So Patreon crowd, don't share this anywhere. I'm trusting you. The radio station that I'm going to in Northern Michigan is called Q100.
Yes, I heard that.
WQON. It's a 60,000 watt radio station, goes from Clare, Michigan to the bridge and lake to lake. Huge signal.
Wow.
Okay. Fantastic signal. I will be on the air playing my own music. They're actually
Nice.
This is not run by like a radio company or consultants.
Oh, okay.
It's a husband and wife. And
Oh, shit.
And
Wow.
they're like, remember that show I do called the Insane Asylum?
Yes.
We're going to call the show the Insane Asylum. Not my choice, but I don't care. I don't care what the name of the show
Okay.
is. Insane Asylum with Eric Zane mornings. And,
Nice.
And they go, we like the music that you pick on that show that you do. So just go
Okay.
ahead and pick all your music. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So
that's great.
Very, very rare. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. And I'll make the official announcement to the rest of the world in a little over a week when the radio station says, yeah, go for it. But I bring this all up not to talk about it, but, that's going to be much more subdued. And it's not going to be
Okay.
like the podcast, or at least not initially. It'll never be like the podcast.
Right, exactly.
But I think someone should review that shit to do Who Are These Insane Asylums? Because there's
Okay.
got to be shit in there that's worth making fun of at some point, I'm guessing.
Right. Yeah, we shall see.
So
That'd be
hopefully.
it. Now, because I won't be able to listen live for most of the show, but will there be a podcast?
Well, all that's going to involve is me making a copy of it and posting it.
Right, exactly.
So,
like, will that be a Patreon thing?
yeah, that's off the top of my head. I picture that happening.
Okay,
Like, I'll
perfect.
just do the show and run an audio file and then just
Yeah.
upload that shit every day to Patreon so you can
That'd
get
be
it
awesome.
in raw form. Like
Yeah.
4 fucking hours of it. Why not?
Yeah, right. That would be great for because that's something I would listen to.
Right,
So.
right. So if you are on the App Store or Google Play, I don't even know if Google Play is a thing anymore. If you can download, however you download on an Android, search WQON. They have an app, and it's not bad.
Perfect.
You can listen to it in its entirety when the show is on, from 6 to 10. Okay. That's going to do it for this one, though. We'll get started in just a few minutes with a Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. So thanks for joining us, folks, and we will talk to you in just a few minutes. Thank you, Ben.
See ya.
Bye-bye.